How are you working to make this the premier product on the market?
I think the ingredients is the number one answer I would give to this question. We started in terms of what would it be the best ingredients that we need in terms of improving someone's oral care, okay? And for that, I consulted a colleague of mine, Dr. Hassan Nozari, who was the chairman of the peer department at USC for 17 years. He has a lot of research, a lot of published articles.
Gum specialist.
Gum specialist. And the main article that I came across that caught my attention was a 10-year unprecedented study on homeless kids in Manila. And these homeless kids had early stages of gum disease. And what was told to them was to rub sea salt on their gums twice a day. So homeless kids don't really have toothbrush, floss, toothpaste. So what is the cheapest way of trying to handle their problem? And that was his solution to that problem. And what he did is that he followed these children over a 10-year period. And these children are affected by AA bacteria. The interesting part of this research was after 10 years, there was no gum disease. Yet the AA bacteria still existed in the patient's mouth.
So what does that mean?
All the kids still had the bacteria, yet there was no disease. This brings us to a very key aspect of the type of bacteria you have in the mouth and how you should treat them. The main part of what I have been trying to talk about for the past 2 years is that we don't want to go around killing bacteria. All of these antimicrobial, antibacterial types of mouthwashes is not what we should be using. And the vindication of what I'm talking about also came out in September with the final FDA ruling on hand soaps and body washes, the kind that has the antimicrobial, antibacterial soaps or antibacterial body washes. And what FDA found out is that there's no difference between those types of products versus just washing your hand with regular soap. And the second part is that when you're using ingredients in your product, is it altering hormones? Is it causing cancer? Is it causing some sort of a bad side effect? And those products were. And those ingredients were. And then the third, and I think it's the biggest concept that is sort of revolutionary, but it actually makes sense, is that if you can kill bacteria and you use antibacterial or antimicrobial types of ingredients, all you're going to do, you're going to create resistant bacteria.
Superbugs.
Superbugs. And that's what we're actually suffering from in society. There's 22,000 people that die every year because of superbugs, and these are man-made bacteria. It's not something that's newly coming into society. As we use more of these types of products, we're making the bacteria more resistive. As a result, we're getting superbugs. Wow. But there's an interesting part to this. So let's say you use antimicrobial, antibacterial type of products, and you get these resistant bacteria. You still can transfer it to someone else in your household. So the transference of it is also a danger. So it's not only having resistant bacteria, but also transferring of the resistant bacteria to others can make this be more spread out. Mm. As a result, one of the key parts of Oral Essentials is that we want to not kill bacteria, but yet keep the whole equilibrium of the oral flora. The type of bacteria you have in the mouth, 99% of them are good bacteria. We need bacteria to live. We need bacteria to survive. We need bacteria in order to have vitamins be produced in our body. This concept of killing bacteria, it is not correct. And you can see that sort of because there's so many people are taking probiotics.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what is probiotics?
You're putting yogurt.
Yogurt,
Yeah.
right? Greek yogurt,
Yeah.
this yogurt, that thing, taking probiotic pills and all these things. Why are we killing bacteria and then we're using probiotics? See, that's what doesn't make sense. So using ingredients that you absolutely need. So the things that we knew we absolutely need, number one starts with sea salt. And then we decided to take on dead sea salt because it has the highest mineral content of any salt. So as an example, table salt is 98% sodium. So all the bad things you hear about salt causing blood pressure problems and everything, that's table salt. Sea salt has only 80% sodium and 20% minerals. Dead sea salt has about 14 to 16% sodium, and the rest of it is minerals.
Oh, wow.
So these minerals have such health benefits. That's why so many people from all around the world travel to Dead Sea to go into that water, right? So
It's not just so they can float?
not just to float, but the floating is a sort of an added bonus.
Okay. All right.
But so when you look at it, is that whenever you take some sort of a pill, some sort of a drug, there's side effects. So people go to the Dead Sea, there are psoriasis of the skin. When they go into the water, what is being affected is the area where the psoriasis is, where the skin disease is. The normal skin doesn't get harmed in any way. And what we want to do in the mouth is we want to neutralize the toxins of the bacteria. We don't care about the bacteria. If we neutralize the toxins, as a result, we will have a much better environment in the mouth. And doesn't mean going and killing all these bacteria.